Have you ever noticed how, in any group of friends, there's always that conversation about someone's life? Even when we know it's none of our business, we feel an almost irresistible urge to comment, give our opinion, or even create stories. Believe it or not, this impulse has an ancient, deep, and fascinating origin. Today we're going to discover, why do we gossip? What is the secret of our social brain, shaped thousands of years ago to survive in small groups? The answer doesn't lie in morality or modern culture, but in the evolution of our brain. Many of the behaviors we now consider trivial or even harmful arose when humans still lived in small tribal groups, surrounded by constant dangers. Every action, every look, every word had a survival purpose. Gossip, which is often seen as futile or malicious, is actually a sophisticated social tool, essential for maintaining cohesion, reinforcing rules, and building alliances within the group. It's a skill our brain has refined over millennia, a form of communication that allowed our ancestors to identify trustworthy allies and potential enemies before it was too late. Imagine a village of 50 or 100 people about 50,000 years ago. Each individual needed to know whom to trust, who was cooperating, who was breaking rules, who could put everyone in danger. In this context, gossip wasn't just entertainment, it was pure survival. When someone shared information about suspicious behavior or dishonest actions, the whole group could react, avoid that person, correct the behavior, or reinforce norms that guaranteed everyone's safety. Modern research, such as that of anthropologist Robin Dunbar, shows that the average size of human groups throughout evolution was limited to around 150 people. In these groups, each person needed strategies to monitor relationships and maintain alliances. And indirect communication, that is, gossip, was the most efficient way to do this. Today, even though we no longer need to hunt or protect ourselves from predators, our brain still activates these ancient mechanisms. What we feel when we hear news about someone or when we feel like telling something is an echo of our primitive social instinct. Studies in evolutionary psychology reveal that the pleasure of sharing social information activates reward areas in the brain, the same ones involved in eating chocolate or receiving compliments. In other words, gossiping is literally pleasurable because our brain recognizes that social information is valuable to the group and to ourselves. And don't think gossip is always negative. It can be positive or constructive. For example, when we share information that helps someone avoid problems or protect themselves from risky situations, we're using an ancestral behavior to create empathy and cooperation. The problem arises when information is distorted, malicious, or exaggerated, turning gossip into something harmful. Our social brain evolved in an environment very different from the modern world. In prehistory, each individual's reputation was vital to survival. If you were known to be trustworthy, cooperative, or skilled, you had a better chance of being protected and included in important group decisions. If you failed, isolated yourself, or violated norms, the group could reject you, limiting your chances of survival. In this context, gossip worked as a highly efficient social monitoring system that allowed the group to balance power, trust, and safety. Modern science confirms this. Our brain is extremely sensitive to social information. It rewards us for paying attention to details of other people's behavior, for telling stories about them, and for sharing knowledge. This ability was crucial for our ancestors to survive in small groups, but today it's applied in complex environments such as schools, workplaces, and social networks. Today, we can use this knowledge to interpret and manage gossip consciously. Understanding that our desire to share information has an evolutionary basis helps us realize when we're acting on instinct and when we can turn it into something positive. Sharing useful information about someone with care and empathy can strengthen relationships. Recognizing patterns of negative gossip helps avoid unnecessary conflicts. Understanding that listening to gossip activates pleasure areas in the brain allows us to reflect on our behaviors and choices. In the modern world, gossip still plays an important role. maintaining social cohesion, transmitting knowledge about behaviors, reinforcing norms, and, to a certain extent, promoting social learning. It's as if we were applying Stone Age strategies in a world full of technology, trying to navigate the social complexities of groups much larger than our ancestors ever faced. When used consciously, gossip can be a tool of connection and cooperation, strengthening relationships and promoting collaboration. The secret is to understand the motivation behind the behavior. It's not just curiosity or malice, it's a deeply rooted social instinct that helped our ancestors survive and thrive. Gossip, after all, is not just a modern habit or something we should be ashamed of. It's a reflection of our social brain, shaped over thousands of years to protect, connect, and organize human groups. So the next time you hear or tell gossip, remember, you're exercising an ancestral behavior that helped your species survive. And now, with awareness, you can choose to use this instinct in a positive way, strengthening relationships and creating more cooperative environments. And you? Have you ever noticed gossip that helped or harmed your group? Share in the comments. Let's discuss and understand together how our social brain still operates in the modern world. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more fascinating secrets about human behavior.